Turkish paper publishes apparent security images of Saudi officer on day Khashoggi disappeared. Ankara CNN security camera images that purport to show the movements of one of the 15 Saudi men believed by Turkish authorities to be connected to the disappearance and apparent death of a Saudi journalist were published Thursday by a Turkish newspaper. Turkish investigators continue to hunt for clues to what happened to Jamal Khashoggi amid growing indications that some of the men allegedly responsible for the journalist's killing have close ties to the highest levels of the Saudi government. The 4 images, which pro-government paper Sabah said it obtained from Turkish security sources, purportedly show Mar Abdulaziz Mutreb, a Saudi intelligence officer and former diplomat, in Istanbul on October 2. This image purports to show Mutreb arriving at the Saudi consulate on the day Khashoggi went missing. Khashoggi, a Washington Post columnist, visited the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on October 2 to obtain papers that would have allowed him to marry his Turkish fiancée. The insider-turned-critic of the Saudi government has not been seen since. The surveillance images purportedly show Mutreb arriving at the Saudi consulate at 9:55 a.m. the day Khashoggi vanished. He is walking into the consulate. Others in the Saudi group that arrived that day in Istanbul appear to be behind him. Mutreb in front of the residence of the consul general at 4:53 p.m. that day. Mutreb, at the Movenpick Hotel near the consulate, apparently checking out. He was one of several Saudis to have booked through October 5 but who checked out on October 2. There is no time stamp on this image. The suitcase next to him is circled but it's not known whether it belonged to him or another guest. Mutreb arriving at the General Aviation Terminal of Istanbul's Ataturk Airport at 5:58 p.m., shortly before the departure of a private aircraft which Turkish officials have previously said he boarded. That aircraft returned to Riyadh via Cairo after spending about 1 hour on the ground in Istanbul. The images and their time stamps are consistent with what CNN has previously reported about Mutreb's movements on October 2, based on Turkish sources. The images of the person closely resemble others CNN has obtained of Mutreb. Mutreb was the first secretary at the Saudi embassy in London, according to a 2007 UK government list of foreign diplomats, and a Saudi source in London who knew him and described him as a colonel in Saudi intelligence.